Hey guys, welcome back to the new Blu Ray and DVD update. Yeah, I know it's again been a while, but I just haven't bought that much stuff lately. Saving up because next couple of months, probably till the end of October, are usually really big months, especially for me because if you saw my TV collection overview, you know I like my TV a little bit, and a lot of TV seasons are released, between, around August, September, because right before the new fall season starts. So, got some saving up to do, because it's going to be a little bit expensive. But anywho, for this update, I've got a pretty good stack of stuff going here. These first two are actually supposed to be in the last update, but I had already put them on the shelf, and I forgot to grab them. So, without further ado, we're going to just start this one up here. First one being Life of Pi. Wow, is this movie beautiful. The visuals are absolutely stunning. And that's kind of what made me want to see it in the first place, seeing the trailers and everything, just how beautiful it was. The story was very good too. If you don't know what it's about Pi Patel. He and his family are moving from India. They own a zoo, and they have to pack all the animals up, and they are planning on moving to, I can't remember if it's I want to say Canada, it might be the US, but North America, across the ocean. So they have to pack all the animals up. They're on this cargo ship, and it ends up sinking, and Pi, he survives. He manages to get a little rowboat, and this tiger, he just kind of forces himself onto the boat and kind of takes command of it. And it's kind of a love-hate relationship they have going on. Pi, he names the tiger Richard Parker, and it's kind of a love-hate relationship. I mean, they're both stuck on the ocean, with the only company they have is each other, so they have to kind of figure out how to make things work. But there's a lot more to the story than that, but that's a basic synopsis. But it is very good. Again, if I could give you one reason to see this movie, is the visuals will stun you. They stun me. I love them. If you can't tell, because I keep talking about them. But anywho, I got the 3D version here. I don't even own a 3D TV, but the slipcover, I love this slipcover. The other one was really pretty too, but the night scene with the whale and everything was my favorite scene from the film, so of course I had to get the slipcover because it depicted that scene. And I ended up going and seeing this in 3D, which I almost never do because a lot of times the 3D ends up being disappointing. Not this time. It was worth those extra couple of dollars to experience this movie in 3D. I can't say, for sure about the transfer to the Blu-ray, because as I said, I don't have a 3D TV, but I've heard from other reviewers that it is really good, so maybe one day I'll get a 3D TV, who knows. Next up we have, it's one of the burn-on-demand movies from Amazon, and it is Father's Little Dividend, sequel to Father of the Bride. The cover art is absolute shit, I know, but the transfer is very good, and that's really what's important. And this is a public domain film, so pretty much all the releases are really shitty, too. They're horrible. Unfortunately, as most public domain movies don't get the treatment they deserve. So I was happy, again, to spend a couple extra dollars to get a really good quality version. So, yeah, I was looking for this one for a while so I could add it to my Elizabeth Taylor collection. Next up we have Young Adult, starring Charlize Theron and written by Diablo Cody, who of course is most famous for Juno, but this film is really good as well. When I saw it the first time, I was just like, yeah, that was okay, yeah, and then I had the urge to watch it again, and the second time I really liked it. I liked it a lot more than the first time. this film centers around Mavis. It's played by Charlize Theron. She's a young adult writer, and she was that popular girl in high school who always wanted to move from this kind of podunk town to, you know, the big city, live the big city life. She has the apartment, and she, you know, has all these great clothes, and, you know, just thinks she's enjoying life. She's, you know, living it to the fullest. And she gets an email from her ex, or her high school boyfriend, saying that him and his wife have had a kid, and so she ends up going back to her hometown, and I guess she thinks he's kind of trapped himself in this horrible life, and she has to rescue him from it and bring him back to the city, and yeah, they would be able to have that life. So, and she doesn't get that, you know, not everybody wants to just, you know, get up, and she does, and she basically, what she does, she writes, she just drinks all day, sits around her apartment, she might go out to lunch, and that's what she does all day, and she doesn't realize that other people do not, you know, once they reach a certain age, they don't want to live like that anymore. And that's a pretty basic synopsis, but, yeah, definitely she hasn't quite grown out of that high school persona, I guess, so she's kind of made a mess of it. But yeah, I'm trying to analyze the film here, but I don't want to go on too long. And again, the whole cast is great. It's also got Patton Oswalt in it. He does a really fantastic job. And again, it's a really great character piece. I really do recommend it a lot. So yeah, check that one out. Alright, let's see, what do we have up here? Okay, we've got, first up we've got Lilo and Stitch, and I also bought Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove. Lilo and Stitch I've been waiting on to come out on Blu-ray forever. I love this movie. And yeah, I'm very excited to have it on Blu-ray, and I don't think, it also comes with Stitch Has a Glitch. I don't think I've ever seen that one, so I have to check that one out. And of course, Emperor's New Groove, I find that movie hilarious. Yzma and Kronk make two of the best villains. And again, I don't know that I've seen Kronk's New Groove, but hey, I will check it out someday, maybe. And Disney didn't really release any coupons for these, unfortunately. They've kind of gotten away from that, which is kind of sucks, but there was a coupon on the front of here that if you bought, because Atlantis came out on the same day as these, so if you bought 2 out of the 3, you got like $6 off. So yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess. So yeah, 2 more awesome Disney titles to add to the collection. Still got a few I've got to pick up. I still need to get like Pocahontas and Peter Pan. I haven't gotten those yet, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, but these 2 I've been waiting on for a while, so I'm very happy to have them on Blu-ray. Alright, next up is no surprise that I would get this. If you guys have watched my past couple videos, obviously it is Cleopatra on Blu-ray. Again, no surprise, because if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Elizabeth Taylor. But I do actually own the Region 2, well actually it's Region Free, but, cause that came out way, like a year and a half, maybe it's almost been 2 years since that. It was out way before that, and it was really cheap, so I went ahead and just bought it, cause they had not given any kind of release date information for the Region 1 version, and I do not regret buying it for a second, cause I did get to watch it quite a few times, so I might give my other copy. Like I said, the Blu-ray that I got, it's region free, so I might give that away in a contest or something. But I absolutely had to pick up it's backwards, but the Digibook. There was no way I was passing it up. There's the back of it. And there's an insert there. But you get your Blu-rays, and I can't open it all the way up because I don't want to crack the spine. I'm always paranoid about doing that with Digibooks, but really great, you know, pictures and cast bios, and Pretty much this release is the same as the other regions that it came out before it. And you also get this nice slip box here. Truth be told, if this hadn't came out in a digibook, I probably would have just kept my old one. But I really do recommend checking this out. I think it's one of the great historical epics. The movie itself, of course, it had its flaws, but it's still a great film to watch, especially for the stunning sets, and because they could obviously no CGI or anything like that. Everything is actually there. It's really amazing. And another reason I really recommend picking this release up is it comes with a 2-hour documentary of all the stuff that happened, behind the scenes. Personally, I think all the stuff that went on behind the scenes was, more interesting than the story. It's the story in the movie. It's crazy, but it is one of the most well-done movie documentaries I've seen. Like I said, 2 hours. Plus, you get all kinds of other stuff. You get a commentary and stuff like that. So again, yeah, that documentary I really did enjoy. And of course, the transfer is absolutely. Ooh, it'd be helpful if I got it into frame. It's really great. They did a really great job. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for one of those big, collector sets like the Ben-Hur one or the Gone with the Wind one that I have back there, but I'm happy with the digibook, because I almost, when I was looking at the region, I keep pointing back there like you can see it back there, but I was looking, I think there's a French digibook version, and I think or a Japanese one, I think. I was looking into getting that, but I decided just to wait, so I'm kind of glad I did, because it would have been kind of expensive to import it. But anywho, next up. Okay, next one, well, as you can see, we have Two for the Road. I had a lot of people ask, when I was talking about all my Elizabeth Taylor films and how I was a big fan of hers, a lot of people asked if I was a fan of Audrey Hepburn as well. And to be honest, I had never really seen too many of her movies other than, the big ones like Breakfast at Tiffany's, so I decided to look into some of her films, and this one caught my eye, mainly because it has two of my favorite, I guess, genres of film. I love road trip movies, and I love movies that takes place over the span of, years, to where you can, see the characters throughout their life. So I decided to pick this one up. Mark, played by Albert Finney, and Joanna, played by Audrey Hepburn. They end up meeting when they were, fairly young. They're both in Europe. And they end up meeting, and they ended up traveling through Europe together, and, they have the whole young love thing going on. Everything is, they're just going from place to place, staying wherever, they don't care, and just, having a good time. And then as they got married, and, he gets a fairly decent job, they end up having a daughter. Things are not so bad, but they're not as great as they used to be, and then finally when he, makes it, I guess, gets that, big job where, they finally have all this money and have achieved all the things they talked about when they were younger, it doesn't seem so great anymore, and they don't really get along that well anymore, so, it's kind of, is it having everything really that great? You kind of drifted apart, but it's a really cute. Okay, last up we have Rizzoli and Isles, season 3. Love Rizzoli and Isles. It's a lot of fun. Really good, cop detective type drama. Like I said when I was doing my TV shelf overview, it's really Angie Harmon and Sasha Alexander are really good. They work really well together, and I think it's definitely what makes the show stand out, because sometimes, I love the show, but sometimes the continuity, they kind of drop stuff and kind of forget about stuff, so, but for me, if there's, really good acting and interesting characters, I can, overlook that, but again, like I said, the show is a lot of fun, and it's not really one of the heavier cop dramas, I guess, but I think it's definitely worth watching, so I had to pick it up, of course. The 4th season is currently airing, and it's pretty, last week's episode was really good, so I look forward to the rest of the season. Alright, so, yeah, that was it for this update. I'm trying to do, I don't know what I have planned next. I always throw these ideas out I always seem to throw them out at the end of the video, but I've got like kind of a 30-day challenge in mind, 30-day movie challenge. I'm kind of working out what I want to do with that. And maybe do reviews on different films. And also, I would like to, I mentioned this before, but maybe do like a TV series review series, I guess, especially on shows that are kind of not talked about all too often, stuff I've started watching, because there are two big shows that I've started watching that I love, that I'd like to talk about. So I might do that. Who knows? I don't know. Gotta think it through. So if you guys have any ideas what you want me to do, I'm trying to get, you know, something different. I don't know that I've gotten bored with the DVD updates and stuff, but I feel like it's kind of repetitive, and I'd like to add something different, because I'm kind of redoing this channel a little bit. So we'll see what happens. So, but as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, subscribing, commenting. You guys are fabulous, and I hope to see you soon.